Hi, I'm Denise. This is Travels in My Chair. Today I'm going to talk to you about skincare, but I promise I'm not going to do get ready with me or any of that stuff because there's hundreds of people on the internet that do makeup that's professional. My makeup is not professional. This is me with just eyeshadow and mascara on, and I'm not going to bore you with me trying to apply it. Today, I'm just showing you basically two products if you've got problematic skin, which I have because of my health. In the mid-2000s, 2006, I got cancer, and my skin, which had always been very pale, no wrinkles, I never did have blemishes, no problem. All of a sudden, when I got cancer in 2006, what started happening was I started getting dark circles from the stress and probably somewhat from the MS, that I was diagnosed in 95 with MS. Trying to hold down a job that was a commission job selling cars where I was on my feet all day long, trying to battle MS and trying to keep it quiet. So with the stress of that, all of a sudden I started getting wrinkles, I started getting lines, I started getting marks on my face. I don't know if you can see, but all up in here. Some of it was sunspots, because all of a sudden for someone who I never went out in the sun. All of a sudden I was selling cars for 18 years and I was outside on the car lot most of the day, and I didn't even bother throwing on sunscreen. So there I paid the price. And then the stress of the MS and the cancer. That's a long way of going around to tell about Mistura. One day I was watching a show on TV called Dragon's Den, and in Canada the show is Dragon's Den, in the States it's Shark Tank. And the premise of the show is you come on the show, there's a panel of 5 business owners, and you are basically pushing your product to them, and they are supposed to be using their own money to buy a percentage of your company, and it helps you, their expertise and stuff helps. And this particular night I was feeling very low, I have to admit. And my skin was taking the brunt of all that punishment, whether it be the meds, So on this particular night, this lady comes on the show, and she's you've probably met people like her, very self-assured, erect, and knew her stuff. And she owned this company called Mistura Beauty. And she was pushing for, I think it was $100,000 and a very small percentage of her company. And they were almost laughing at her because her claim was that she had a mineral powder that would suit any skin, whether you be white, brown, or black. And you could use it as eyeshadow, you could use it on your lips, you could put it all over you. Almost like it had a little bit of a bronzer in it, and it was amazing. Really liked the idea, but nobody wanted to pay the money that this woman wanted. But she said, I've been picked up by the Hudson's Bay Company, and I've got some companies in the States that are interested in purchasing my product. So I'm not an unknown. Anyway, they didn't buy her. But I wrote down the name because I thought, what have I got to lose? I don't like wearing makeup, but I need to do something for my skin, or I need to do something when I'm out in public that I don't look like I'm a walking dead person. I ordered my first batch of Mistura, and let me tell you, it does exactly what it says it's going to do. So today I've gone ahead and I've put on my eyes, and I've used the Mistura on my eyelids before the eye makeup because it takes away the oil that's in your skin, and it kind of hides some of the marks, the purple marks you get in your eyelids and stuff. And now I'm going to show you Mistura. And oh, by the way, not sponsored. I just wanted to share if you're someone who has marks on your face, Mistura is a 6-in-1 compact that is got fragrance-free. It is a mineral powder. It eliminates the need for foundation. You can even use it to replace eye makeup. It has a bronzer in it. You can use it as a blush and on your lips. I mean, literally, you could just travel with that one item and the brush and stuff it on and away you go. If you use it on heavier on your cheeks, it'll darken. The first thing I'm going to show you is a complexion corrector by Mistura. It's creamy but not oily, and it will help. So I'm going to take off my glasses, and you can see, put it on underneath, very lightly underneath my eyes, my marks, especially this one right here. I'm putting on quite a bit because, you know, for the camera and everything, but I would probably not even hardly use any of this if I was going out somewhere. And then you're just going to use your finger or a makeup sponge if you want and just blend it in, because you know that's the secret of everything, isn't it, huh? Blend, 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 blend. That's what my granddaughter tells me anyway. Not bad, eh? Now if you have, this isn't cheap, by the way, but it isn't oily. Like it doesn't feel powdery or oily. It just feels like it's on my face and it's covering up the marks that it's supposed to cover up. It goes a long way. The second product I'm going to use is a Mistura 6-in-1 powder. And when I got mine with the brush, and you know, every once in a while I just really wash it really well with soap and water and let it dry out so that, but I've had this brush for 15 years. And as far as this, because you know, if I'm not going anywhere, I don't wear makeup at all. I still don't like makeup, but this powder feels like I've got nothing on. It is a great powder. I wouldn't be making a video telling you about it if I didn't actually use it and believe in it. It almost, if you can see, it almost looks like it's got a bit of a bronzer. It's a mineral powder. And the premise of it, as you're brushing it on your face, with the heat of your own skin and the brush, the powder is going into your pores and filling them in. I know, it sounds weird, doesn't it? The first time I used it, I couldn't believe that it could work as well as they claimed it did. So I used tons. Like, I used so much that when I went to work that day, they thought I had jaundice because my skin was such a yellowy orange color. Because I literally, I think I'd used half a compact of it. You don't need much. You don't need much. And you just rub it in. You know, I mean, you don't have to press. So again, Mistura, powder, and a brush. Hey, travel. That's all you need, really. You can't get much easier than that. These are the Mistura Beauty products. One I've been using for years and highly recommend it. And this one here is the complexion corrector. Now I've put on a bit of lipstick. I do like my lipstick, I have to admit. The powder, well, I don't look bad, do I? And really, that's all I did was just, doesn't take much. So if you've got skin that's a little bit problematic, and you don't mind putting out the extra money for the corrector, Mistura. I've been using it since 2006 when they first came out. You know, for those of you that are aging, and for those of you that are having health problems, and you don't want to have to sit and doll yourself up every day, you know, honestly, that'll do it. I mean, really, now that I've had it on about 20 minutes, you can see. I mean, I don't look bad, do I? I mean, you know, I'm not a beauty model. Thanks for watching. You amazing YouTube friends. I know a lot of you probably live a pretty isolated life if you've got health issues, or you have a spouse that has health issues. And I have to say that sometimes I feel that when we're commenting back and forth, it's a friendship based on not being able to see one another, but still as a true friendship. Like, I feel so close to you guys, and I know that you feel that way about me. So I think that's kind of nice, isn't it? They call me my YouTube friends because I'll probably never meet you. Well, never say never, because you never know, right? But we can talk and we can share things that sometimes it's really hard to share with our own family, our friends, some of the things that are going on with us and with our health, because it can be scary, you know? I'm going to leave now. Love you to bits. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay? Bye for now.